What's going on today, guys? Primal Sabbath here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Beast Machines Dinobots T-Rex. That's wreck as in a car wreck, not Rex as in, like, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Thought it was pretty clever words. Well, I mean, I don't even know why I explained that to you. You probably saw it by the title. But anyways, yeah, this is a redeco of the original Beast Wars Megatron figure, the Ultra Class. So yeah, let's take a look at it. We get like a different paint layout all around. I feel like the gradient down here from this piece, in which this is just that solid plastic, but even to the tail, is significantly different and, in my opinion, a little bit better than what we got on that original Megatron. And then, of course, instead of just a kind of fade down the back here, you get like an actual kind of stripe sort of pattern. Really, it's just a more jagged pattern, I guess, would be the proper description of it. Still, it's kind of solid color eyes, whatever. The one thing I don't like is how it doesn't really stay together down here on the tail. It's just kind of just these little individual stripes. I think that's kind of strange. Why wouldn't they just kind of keep the deco all the way? But I don't know. I wasn't there making those decisions. But really awesome deco. I really like. I mean, it's just a blue and a red clashing together for what's going to kind of catch your eye the most on this guy. And of course, he's got a. It's pink now, which, anyways. So. Still just as awesome. Again, if you want to, you pop that out through his throat. So it's definitely one thing when you're looking for this guy, you want to make sure it has, because if it doesn't, this just becomes loose and floppy. So, okay, I should be done. Carrying on about this. Whatever. Leave it out. I'll get it back in there in robot mode. It's easier to put in and out in robot mode because you kind of can get in there a little bit. Actually, maybe I just need to open the mouth some. Yeah, there we go. Just open the mouth and then boom, you can get it back in there. So, and it holds. As you can see, it's the little lever in here that pulls back on it when you fill it up with water. For the water squirting gimmick, we won't show that off. I don't know how well it works because I'm just not going to try it. But anyways, that's pretty much it for him in Beast mode. He is the leader of the Dinobots. I almost said Wreckers because, again, T-Rex. But yeah, he's the leader of the Beast Machines Dinobots, which very misleading with Magnetron on that team. But Magnetron is, I think I said in the maybe it was the Triceraton review, that he's Magnetron was more or less just a kind of support role sort of person. These also are in here pretty tight. These little disc launchers, or they're not even discs, they're kind of like hook launchers, but if you want to, you can kind of like utilize those in beast mode. It's definitely meant more for robot mode. Gee whiz, come on. There we go. And they are prone to firing when transforming, but if you want, I guess, kind of an attack mode, and maybe even to get a little more rock out of these hips, rather, you can kind of do that, get them sort of more A-stanced. So there is that. If that's your thing, that's your thing. So yeah, let's I've always felt like the Beast Machines Dinobots, like the G1 Dinobots, they always looked good, as a squad of dinosaurs. But I've always felt like these Beast Machines Dinobots definitely looked a lot better as a squad of robots. I think that's something that kind of sets them apart further, other than the fact that I don't think there's a single there's no Grimlock, Slag, Swoop, Sludge, or Snarl on this team. They're all, different characters, kind of cloned by Dinobots CNA after he, or again, I guess even his Spark Essence after he joined the Allspark. I think is what they call it, or maybe the Oracle, maybe after he rejoined the Oracle in Death. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy into robot mode. We'll do the big ensemble shot, and we'll be done with Beast Machines reviews. Alright, so here's T-Rex transformed, I guess you would say properly, with the kind of like spring-loaded gimmick already out. So I want to go ahead and just show that off, and then I'll get it to where I like to put it. So this one actually, of all, I think I own this mold 3 times. Yeah, the original, the 10th anniversary, and this guy. This is like the best one for this little kind of like spring gimmick thing. This is really all it does, though. I guess you want to close it a little bit forward, it'll be more noticeable. But yeah, so you get a lot of that kind of movement out of it. Personally, I like to kind of close these up, and then you just kind of rotate that down ever so slightly. And anyways, so you keep that as closed as you can while it's kind of pushed up into here, and it'll sit further up on the forearm and kind of be out of the way for whatever is, maybe in front of it on your shelf, or just in the general surrounding area of it on the shelf. But yeah, so the ratchet joints here on both of these shoulders work a lot better, even down to this one. Like this one, it's a soft ratchet, but it clicks a lot better in my opinion. Again, you can have the water squirting gimmick here, and like I showed off earlier, these are on the hips. It works out better for everyone if you collapse them back kind of after transforming, just so they sit closer on the legs like that. You really can't do too much at the legs. You can get with the missiles the missile launchers, I should say, with them kind of up and out of the way, you can get really like one click out of it, maybe a second. If you rotate them down again, you can get at least 3. I think is the best you're going to get out of that for crazy A-stance city poses. But other than that, like this one, it's something about all the joints and everything. They really, I don't know if like tighten them up is the right word, but he's just got better QC. Now, I don't think I bought this new. I'm pretty sure I bought this used. And it was the toughest of the Beast Machines Dinobots for me personally to track down. He's just, for whatever reason, very in demand. I think he was a Target exclusive on top of all that. And I know he's supposed to rotate here at the waist, but these do get in the way. So you may have to kind of bend them forward just to, again, get stuff. If you want to get them into some like half decent poses, you're going to have to play around with these wing bits back here. And, we can just get them kind of doing a standard blasting pose with let's get that kind of, maybe. There we go. Yeah, again, you got to kind of play with these wings. But if you want them wide stanced and blasting, you can do that. He pulls it off decent in my opinion. The head sculpt is the exact same as Megatron's. So even though, when he was kind of, I guess, quote unquote, at rest, he didn't have the mutant mask deployed. It was it was off, but they did draw him at least with the mutant mask halves on either side of his head, which I thought was pretty cool personally to distinguish him a little bit different, other than the fact that he's like red and blue instead of purple and green. I do like to close that mutant mask up. I think it looks pretty cool on him like that, which, it's funny, like I never really cared for it on Megatron, and a lot of people will just yank those mutant mask halves off real quick. I do like the way that looks. I like the way the kind of just sort of bone-colored, sandy brown looks on this guy. I think it really works well with the reds and the blues, and again, it just gives him a brighter profile compared to Megatron. So let's get him in the group shot. T-Rex, I believe, did survive all the battles that he was in, for what that's worth. And let's see. Get this guy. Magnetron, get him in here. And let's see if we can make some space here, because like I said, this is a big team. They do, like, it's not a big team in terms of members, it's just a big team in terms of like commanding some shelf space. So let's get Stryker in here. So we'll put Stryker right there. And since Dinotron, since I leave that tail shield sword thing plugged in back there, he can really block a view of another character. And then we will get Air Raptor in. I almost called him Arcadus, just because of how similar the two are. And then Triceraton with his shoulder kibble. He's just kind of in the way intrusive anyways. And then we'll get Tyrannotron in here, and then we will get my personal favorite, Rapticon, in here. Again, just kind of use the gap between some legs for that tail. So, let's see if I can back this up ever so slightly. And that is our full team of Beast Machines, Dinobots, and in turn, that is, T-Rex. So again, this is a very bright and colorful team, which a lot of the Beast era toys were very well known for kind of being and doing, in my opinion. So I think it's a cool team to build. You got some kind of more expensive ones you got to track down. There's some problematic ones you got to track down, like Striker with the gold plastic, just stuff to be kind of noticeable, like to be aware of, I guess. But overall, they can be had for a decent price, in my opinion, and I do recommend going after them if you're into team building and want some of the kind of cooler redecos from the Beast Machines and Universe era. Like I said, they did Universe repaints of Striker and Triceraton, so those are out there as alternatives if you're into at least even just the expanded fiction and things of that sort. So yeah. If you guys have any questions or comments about T-Rex or the rest of the Beast Machines Dinobots, please leave me a comment. Let me know. And thanks for watching. Also, don't forget to check out Stasis Lock every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this channel. And with that, we got some Beast Wars Neo reviews we need to get knocked out, and then we will... I think we'll be all caught up. Maybe we'll do Universe after that, and probably do some of the Universe Beast stuff. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.